Hey guys, Ryan here with Actually Use. If you've been looking for a robotic pool cleaner lately, there's a good chance you've landed on either the Dolphin Escape or the Dolphin Cayman. And I get why. These are the two of the most compelling robots out right now when it comes to value, cleaning power, and having the ability to fully automate your pool cleaning. Both had a spot on my video for the best robotic pool cleaner of the year, and you should consider both. But which is the better robot? After testing both with a manometer, I'm gonna dig in and help you figure out if either of these robots is right for you. Let me say this right up front. I like both of these robots. Both are fantastic. Neither is a bad buy, but they are built for slightly different pool owners and the differences between them, while subtle on paper, show up clearly once you throw them in the water. Where these robots sit in Dolphin's lineup, both the Escape and the Cayman are part of Dolphin's newer generation of cleaners, the Dolphin Max-Series, which is what I call the Dolphin sweet spot. This means that they share a few important things: corded power, consistent suction, HyperBrush active scrubbing, and a top-loading MaxBin filtration. These aren't entry-level cleaners by any means, and they're not pricey commercial-grade robots like the Dolphin Pro line either. They sit right in the zone where performance actually matches the price, and that's why these two get compared so often. Which size pools these are for? Both robots work in in-ground pools or above-ground pools up to 33 feet in length. This means both cleaners are perfect for either pool. The Escape primarily is designed for above ground, but we did check online first and in our own pool and are happy to report that the Escape also works for in-ground pools. The single biggest difference: wall climbing. Let's get straight to the point, because this is the difference that matters most. The Dolphin Escape does not climb walls. The Dolphin Cayman does. That's it. That's the fork in the road. Everything else, suction, scrubbing, filtration design, is surprisingly close. But wall climbing completely changes who these robots are for. If you're coming from manual vacuuming, a pressure side cleaner, or a cheap cordless robot, the Escape already feels like a massive upgrade. But once you add wall climbing into the equation, the Cayman steps into a different tier of pool cleaning. But is it worth the extra couple $100? Do you even need wall climbing? Why wall climbing actually matters. A lot of people hear wall climbing and think it's just a nice bonus feature. It's not. Here's what wall climbing really does in real life. It keeps debris from sticking to vertical surfaces, reduces algae growth on walls over time, and cuts down how often you need to manually brush your pool. With the Escape, you'll still get excellent floor cleaning, no question, but walls are left untouched. With the Cayman, walls get scrubbed automatically, and that means less work for you, week after week. Have you ever brushed your pool walls and thought, why am I still doing this? That's exactly where the Cayman makes sense. Suction power. Tested with a manometer. Here is where I get nerdy. I don't just read the spec sheets. I hook up these robots to a manometer and measure the actual suction pressure at the intake port. That's where debris gets pulled in, and that's what actually matters. In my testing, the Dolphin Cayman pulled around 1.5 PSI. That's solid. In the Escape, it also pulled 1.5 PSI. For context, Dolphin Quantum, 1.5 PSI. The Sigma, closer to 2.0 PSI. And the Premier tops the charts at 2.2 PSI. Now here's what matters. Both the Escape and Cayman use the same dual DC motor platform for the Max-Series, so their raw suction is comparable. Compared to cordless robots I've tested, like the Scuba X1 at just 1.0 PSI, or the BeatBot AquaSense 2 at 1.6 PSI, both of these Dolphins punch way above their weight class. And because they're corded, that suction stays consistent from start to finish. No battery fade, no weak spots halfway through the cycle. HyperBrush, same tech, same result. This is one area where Dolphin did things right across the board. Both robots use HyperBrush, which spins twice as fast as standard Dolphin brushes and actually scrubs instead of just rolling over debris. You can see it breaking loose fine dust, algae film, and stuck on debris that cheaper robots just glide over. There's no advantage here for either robot. They're equal, and that's a good thing. Filtration and the MaxBin. Both robots use Dolphin's top-loading MaxBin, and that alone is a big win. No flipping the robot upside down, no fighting with wet cartridges, no debris dumping all over the deck. You just lift, dump, rinse, you're done. NanoFilters are optional on both models, and whether you need them depends on your pool. If your pool gets fine dust, deals with pollen, or collects silt and sand, NanoFilters are worth it. If your pool mainly sees leaves, bugs, and larger debris, the standard mesh filter works perfectly fine. I said it in other reviews, NanoFilters are a must-have upgrade if you want the crystal clear water. They capture particles that standard mesh just lets pass right through, and the difference shows up fast, usually within a day or two of running them. Weekly timer. This is where it adds up. This is one of those differences that doesn't feel important until you live with it. The Dolphin Cayman comes with a weekly smart timer in the box. True automation. It turns on and cleans without you touching it. Set it once and it runs every day, every other day, or every 3 days. Your choice. All you do is clean the filter once a week. You can sit back as the cleaner automatically starts every day. You don't even need to lift a finger. The Dolphin Escape, no weekly timer is included, but you can upgrade to the same weekly timer that the Cayman has for $99. You start it manually each time you want it clean. If you want a robot that cleans while you're not home, keeps the pool maintained automatically, and requires almost zero interaction, the Cayman wins here. But the Escape can match that with a simple $99 upgrade. Once you live with scheduled automation, it's hard to go back. And here's the thing I always come back to. Corded robots with a weekly timer completely change the ownership experience. With a cordless robot, you're going outside 14 times a week. Once in the morning to charge it, once again to throw it back in the pool. With the Cayman, it's one interaction per week. That's the difference between a chore and true automation. Who each robot is built for. This is where the recommendations get really clear. Dolphin Escape, best for above ground pools. Simple pool shapes. Owners who want strong floor cleaning without paying for features they won't use. The Escape punches way above its price. For the money, it's one of the best floor cleaning robots Dolphin has ever made. If your pool is under 33 feet and you don't need wall climbing or scheduled automation, the Escape delivers everything you need. Dolphin Cayman, best for in-ground pools. Pools where walls matter. Owners who want automation, anyone tired of brushing walls manually, those who want an upgrade for an above-ground pool. The Cayman is the logical upgrade once you want full coverage, not just floor cleaning. With the weekly smart timer, you set it in once and forget about it. The robot handles the rest. Both destroy pressure side cleaners. Don't say this lightly. If you're choosing between a pressure side cleaner and either of these robots, stop. Don't do it. Both the Escape and Cayman clean better, require less maintenance, don't need booster pumps, and don't half clean your pool. Once you go robotic, especially with a corded robot, there's no reason to go back. Why corded matters more than people realize. No charging, no battery degradation, no daily interaction. No, did I remember to start it? You drop the robot in, let it work, and empty the basket once a week. That's it. Compared to cordless robots that require daily charging, multiple interactions, and constant battery babysitting, these are simply easier to live with. And at 1.5 PSI suction I measured on the Cayman, it stays at 1.5 PSI from start to finish. So which one should you buy? Here's the breakdown. Buy the Dolphin Escape if you have an above ground pool or a small in-ground pool. You only care about floor cleaning. You want maximum value for the money. Buy the Dolphin Cayman if you want wall cleaning. You want built-in automation with the weekly smart timer. You want a more complete cleaning cycle. You're tired of manually brushing your pool walls. Final verdict. This isn't a battle where one robot embarrasses the other. The Escape is excellent. The Cayman is better, but the Escape is more affordable. If wall cleaning and automation matters to you, even a little, the Cayman is a smarter long-term buy. If you're looking for best floor cleaning, only robot at a great price, the Escape is an easy recommendation. Either way, you're getting a real robotic pool cleaner that can completely change the way you clean your pool. That's what matters. I'm Ryan with Actually Used. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.